Hey everybody! So I just want to touch base with you and do kind of a walkthrough of how the class is organized. So it is Tuesday, June 8th. The class is not going to be canceled. We have enough students enrolled that it will go forward. So if you saw my announcement yesterday, I was a little unsure about that. With summer classes, it's a little bit tricky because the enrollment is a little people tend to register a little later usually, so sometimes it's kind of hard to tell what's going to happen. But the class is going forward, which is good. I will have the syllabus up by the end of the day today, along with a schedule breakdown of everything. But for right now, I just want to kind of walk you through and show you how things are kind of organized in this class. So as you can see on the screen here, we're in Canvas. So in Canvas, when you go to the home page for this class, you have a landing page that looks like this that has the name of the class, Art and Experience, and the class number up there. We have this image of an installation, which is by the artist Nick Cave, who we'll talk about a little later in the semester. And then just this little welcome message from me. In here, I say that we're going to utilize material from the course book Living with Art. I actually think I'm going to take the reading out for the summer class because it's such a shorter time. So I'm going to just give you the highlighted information from that reading via lectures. So I don't think that we're going to actually use the textbook for this class. So I'm modifying it. This is the first time I've taught it in the summer. I usually teach it in the fall or spring. So I'm kind of modifying it a little bit. But it'll be all the same content, just a little bit condensed. So I want us to have more of the experiences and exercises and focus more on that than on the reading. So anyway, here's your landing page. So this is the home page. So most of you, I would think, are probably pretty familiar with Canvas. So because this is an online class, we'll do everything through Canvas. It is really important that you check your OTC email because that's another way that I communicate with you. So make sure you're up to date on checking your email. So when you're in Canvas, here's the home page, and then you have all these links over here. A lot of students like to just go to assignments and just navigate that way. I'm going to ask you and kind of plead with you to not do that. What I would really like for you to do is navigate via modules, okay? So when you click on the modules tab, instead of just seeing the assignments, you see everything and you can see how everything's organized. So in online classes, I don't post every single thing from the beginning of the class because I want you to kind of pace along with the class, with the material. So I'll always be putting up new assignments and new information, which helps, according to studies and things, it helps keep you engaged with the content rather than checking out in terms of online classes, and helps keep me engaged with you as well. So I usually have a couple of weeks worth of information up at a time. So right now, the things that are active that you need to do is you need to go in and do an introduction and introduce yourself. Here you have a little blurb about me that just tells you my background information, my credentials, all that kind of thing. And then you have a little assignment. So you have this looking at art, which if you click here, you'll see that there is a video about visual analysis of art, which is just kind of a good introduction to kind of jump in with both feet and get used to how people kind of analyze art when they're looking at it, okay? And then there's a little bit more information about that, including this infographic that's kind of useful down here. Okay, so we're going to go back to the modules page. Then you also have an assignment that goes with that, okay? So this is why I don't want you to just navigate from the assignment page, because if you're there, you don't have the video, right? You don't have the information about me, you just have this assignment. But you really need all of this information together. So that's why navigating by the modules page is better. So that's kind of our first thing, is just this introductory section. Then we have a section called isms, and this is kind of a breakdown of some of the general ways that we categorize art when we're talking about art. And in here we'll have a couple of different exercises. So first, in each module, so this one's called isms, this one's the elements and principles, this one's drawing, painting, printmaking, photography, sculpture, fiber art, street art. In each of these, there'll be a page at the top that has more information that gives you kind of a breakdown. So if you click on that, you'll have more information about what happens throughout this unit, throughout this module. So here I kind of describe everything that's happening. In this case, your lecture that goes with this section is here. So this is the lecture that you need to watch. And then I break down what the active parts, what the assignments are for this area. So you'll have your first exercise is actually a discussion board post, exercise 2, exercise 3. So that's all described in the top page that has the same name as the module. So if we hop back over to modules, ooh, sorry, there's a train going by outside. I'll try to talk a little louder for a minute. So then when you're in the module, you have all the information here, and then you have each of your assignments here. One of the things that we do use in this class is Flipgrid, and I imagine a lot of you are probably familiar with Flipgrid. It's something that's quite a popular tool to be used, but if you click on that, it takes you to an external app called Flipgrid. And when you go there, I'll always have a little video. So here's me, a little video of me explaining what this is. So the Flipgrids always go with the lectures. So you have to watch the isms lecture, in this case, before you do the Flipgrid. And all it is a little video recording through this app that you'll submit of you reacting to the lecture and telling me what you think. And basically, it's how I make sure that you watch all the material, right? Because the lecture part is the main part of the class. That's why you're taking the class, right? To get all the information. So then you have these other activities. You do need to have a sketchbook for this class. So you need to have a sketchbook where you're going to do, you have lots of little drawing assignments, little writing assignments. You can do the writing assignments on your computer or in the sketchbook, but for the drawing assignments, it's helpful to have a sketchbook where you can kind of keep everything together. We do have activities in this class where I have you go somewhere. So in this first module, isms, you're going to go to the Springfield Art Museum and you have a little assignment there. If you haven't been to the Springfield Art Museum before, it's pretty awesome. And so for the whole semester, as I said, I'll have your syllabus and with it a schedule that kind of breaks down what we do every day of the semester, basically. That'll be up by this evening. But you also just can go to the modules tab and see everything coming up. And I have dates, even on things where you're not submitting an assignment, I have dates that I want you to complete things by. So like on this first one, it says June 10th. That's because I want you to watch that video before June 10th. Okay? So it just kind of helps you pace a little bit. The next section is elements and principles. So that's the elements of art and the principles of design. And again, if you click on here, you will see that it just kind of breaks down everything that we're going to do, okay, in this section. And then I will probably today and tomorrow finish posting the rest of the information here. So for each of these different elements of art, you have a lecture from me that you click and watch, and it just gives you the information. These aren't real long, but they just kind of go through all the information. Okay, so that's just kind of how the class is organized. I just wanted to post that for you first today so that you know kind of what's going on. So that's how you will navigate the class, and I will just continue posting more information and more activities as the semester goes on, and I'll have your syllabus and some more activities for the rest of next week up today and tomorrow. Okay, if you have any questions, you can always email me. It's rosenm@otc.edu, rosenm@otc.edu, and you can message me on Canvas. That goes to my email. But again, it is good that you check your email, your OTC email regularly, because that is a way that I communicate with you. All right, thanks everybody. I look forward to this semester.